Today we're gonna look at how we can invite someone to open up. And it is how to invite and not how to get someone to open up or make someone to open up. Because we can't really force anyone into connection. We saw that. I thought I could. I want to be honest. Many years ago I was with this man and I had such a deep longing to be allowed into his world, to know what makes him happy, what makes him sad, when he's having troubles. And because I was always kept at an arm's distance, I tried. So I asked, can you please open up? And when he didn't, then I tried to make him feel guilty for that. That also didn't work. And then I tried to punish him and I cut him off and I withdrew my love. That also didn't work. And you know what? Also on the way I started to feel really bad about myself. It doesn't really work when we try to make someone to open up. Fortunately, there is a gentler way. There is a more dignified way. There is a way in which we actually fall in love with ourselves. And that is the way of inviting, the way of making someone feel safe with us. How do we do that? Well, there are two ways, and the first one is to go there first, to show ourselves. Because, you know, when I say to someone, I'm having a hard day today, I really feel so disappointed or so sad, then I show to the other person, I am okay with these feelings. I am not judging them. I am really holding them. It's fine. And then they get the message that, oh, if she's fine with herself being sad, maybe she's gonna be fine with me being sad too. And then they can trust us with their feelings. So this is the first way, and actually we spent the last days a lot talking about that, so I hope we are good on this side, let's say. The second way to invite someone to open up is by listening well, truly listening. You know, my mother always told me, you can tell me anything, you know, you can share anything with me, I want to be your friend. She told me that since I was a teenager. But the thing is, sadly for her and for me, I never did. And the reason for that is that I never felt truly well listened to. And I know this is an art, so this is why I want to share here a few tips. Over the time I realized the best way to define true listening is by starting with what it is not. The first thing I can say is true listening is not active listening, believe it or not. When we nod and we smile and we ask questions to show that we are listening, we are not actually listening. You know what I mean? We are not there for the other. True listening is not being quick with an advice or help. You know, it takes time for us to be ready to receive an advice, and unless the other person asks for that, or we checked whether they want an advice, don't go there. Just don't, just listen. True listening is also not about pushing the other person's feelings away. It's not about saying, oh, you shouldn't feel so upset about this. This is not a big thing. You know, when we open up just a little bit and then our feelings are just pushed away, then of course we shut down and we never get to opening even more. So it's so important not to be pushing the other person's feelings away. True listening is also not being in our head, preparing ourselves to say something. You know, what should I say to be interesting or to show that I am empathetic, that I'm listening well? No. That's where we completely leave the other person. And lastly, true listening for sure is not about judging or comparing or criticizing the other person. And I know that we all say, I would never do that. Well, let's think about it, because I know I did, and sometimes I even now do it. We do it with friends especially, or partners. We call it tough love. We say, oh, but he can take it, she can take it, but she needs a cold shower. Well, I say, if we are not completely in tune, if we don't know for sure that the other person is okay with tough love, then better not go there. Better not. It just has the same effect of shutting us down. So that's pretty much what true listening is not. And you see, when you take all this away, not much is left. And that's good. That's good. Because true listening is really not doing anything. It's really just being there. Just taking in what we hear. Taking in even the silence. Just being there. And if we need to do something, and I know many of us need to do, how is it just to be there? No, I need to do something. I totally resonate with that. Then what we can do is to constantly come back to ourselves, constantly feel. So, okay, I'm hearing this story of my daughter, for example, from school. How am I feeling? Sometimes I get mad, I get angry. Sometimes I get sad, it's painful. You know, these feelings are not comfortable. This is why we usually rush into saying something, but just taking the time to be with these feelings. And then sometimes we feel bored. It's okay. We can notice, oh, I'm bored in the middle of this conversation. Us acknowledging that we feel bored, we are more present than jumping in and saying something, interrupting the other person. We are more present. We are listening better. This is actually the tool for today. True listening. And the exercise, I guess it's not so hard to imagine, is an invitation to go to that person you want to feel close to, and with the intention to listen, to really listen. And while you listen and you're just there, I trust you, you'll just be just listening. Notice the moments you feel the need to interrupt, you feel the need to make comments, you feel the need to give an advice. Just notice and realize this is what many times went on in the conversations with this person at least. And then go back to how am I feeling right now listening to this story that he or she is telling me. How am I? and then see what happens. See what happens with yourself, see what happens with the other, see what happens to the conversation and to the connection. And I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.